The year is 1989. You're 17 years old. You just got dropped off from the school bus at your house. You tell your mom you want to go over to your friend's house to study, and you have your friend's address. Well, your mom doesn't know where that is, so she has to pull out a giant map book, find cross streets, and then try to figure out a route to get there. However, before you go, you have an essay you have to do on Millard Fillmore. Who even knows who that is? But you have to do it. So you have to go to the library. The problem is you only have one car and your dad's not home from work yet. So as soon as your dad arrives home from work, your mom takes you to the library. You go to the library, you find a lot of books. It takes you a while. You use the Dewey Decimal System. You find the books. You find resources on Millard Fillmore. Your Encyclopedia Britannica set at home just didn't have enough information. You then take it over to the fancy copier at the library and you make copies of the resources. You go home. Digging through the resources, you finally manage to get an essay done. However, by the time all this takes place, it's 9 p.m. and it's too late to go to your friend's house to study. Or who knows, maybe even you were trying to court a lady. Now, the year's 2019. You're 17 years old. You get dropped off at home and you have to do an essay on Millard Fillmore. You want to go to your friend's house. You have the address. So you'll go to Google, you'll look up the information on Millard Fillmore. 30 minutes later, you have a very thorough essay written, and then you wave goodbye to your mom as you pull up an Uber on your phone with your friend's address. In less than an hour after you got home, you are now at your friend's house. That's the power of technology. That's the power of the internet. When we look back in 1989, 30 years ago, and compare it to what we have today and how fast we can do things, it really is absolutely mind-blowing. And that is why blockchain matters. When you think about a situation that today we just take for granted how simple it is, looking up things on the internet, being able to freely travel through Uber, even if you don't have a car, not having to worry if you're in only a one-car family, you can still get places. Not having to worry about, wandering, meandering, trying to find someone's house and getting lost, because you always have that information right at your fingertips. And the thing is, guys, is with blockchain, it's going to make our lives that much easier. That is why blockchain matters, because the future is going to be easier. We're going to look back in 30 years at things we do today, and our minds are going to be blown by the things that we have to do today. Whether it is the way that we research, the way that we travel, the way that we made things easier, our healthcare system, it's going to be so drastically improved. It's not even funny. And I know this because I come from a background where I actually worked at a rehab facility for teenage boys. I was the executive director there. And I can tell you this, we spent so much time doing unnecessary paperwork. When it comes to insurance, it's totally crazy the way that things are done. We spent so much of our time trying to get the mental health records of the boys in our program from other facilities. It took weeks sometimes. Imagine if that could happen like that. The ways that blockchain is going to change our life, we can't even see or comprehend right now. But in 30 years, when we project back the way we're doing things now, it's going to seem as crazy as the way we were doing things in 1989. So one person that believes that we are going to see huge changes in the world is Tim Draper. He believes the blockchain technology will enable a revolution of industries to be more efficient in terms of productivity, organization, and increased revenue. Companies like IBM, Walmart, and Facebook are already looking for ways to use this technology. And as we move to a more digital world, it only makes sense that blockchain is going to impact our lives in ways that are unimaginable. Now, I know we get bogged down in the price. Everybody wants to talk about the price. The big story now is we're in a descending triangle and the price of Bitcoin is going to go down back below $10,000, maybe to $7,000. But that doesn't matter, guys. The people that think long-term, like Tim Draper, they're not swayed by these movements every day. And I'm not either. I'm not swayed if the price of Bitcoin is $10,000 today or $15,000 tomorrow or $5,000 in a few weeks from now. It doesn't matter because we're changing the world with blockchain technology. And I'm so excited to be on the front edge of this movement. And we're going to be able to look back at all of the people that are in this space right now, including you. Yes, that's right, including you. And we're just going to say, man, remember when all this started? The same way that we still see pictures of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates in little bitty rooms working on computers at the beginning of computer technology, not even the internet. And this is the way that the world is going to be in the future. So I'm definitely very excited. Now, one country that blockchain technology and Bitcoin is blowing up in is Iran. And we talked about this with Cuba yesterday, which is we see in these countries and regimes that oppress their people, we see blockchain technology, well, really more specifically cryptocurrency, not necessarily blockchain apart from Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, really blowing up. So a recent survey, 25% of 1,650 Iranian Bitcoiners earned $500 to $3,000 per month working with cryptocurrency. And the question is, would those people have been able to make those same kind of gains without cryptocurrency, just in their daily jobs in Iran? Someone recently told me I shouldn't talk about politics or international affairs because I don't get outside of the United States. Well, guess what? I got my passport now, and I wish I had it right now because I'd shove it in your face. Where is it? I'm going to find it because it's right here somewhere. And when I find this thing, you are going to be really upset. I can't find it. It's here somewhere. Listen, guys, I just got my passport updated. I wasn't going to show you the picture of me, you dummies, but I was going to show you the front of the booklet. But it looks like, unfortunately, I've already lost my passport. So if somebody could send me a new one, that would be great. But I'm getting ready to go on an international tour sometime soon. So you guys definitely make sure that you check that out when it happens. I still don't know where this passport is. But anyways, I digress. So another thing I want to talk to you guys about is EscapeQR. So this is a fun game that was made by my friends Keith and Crypto Sanity. And basically what this game is it is a way to kind of play within the confines of a QR code from a Lightning Network transaction. Now, they do have a free mode here. Now, this is not sponsored. These are my friends that made this, which is why I'm telling you about it. Basically, you can do two different ways. You can generate a Lightning invoice, which at the end of this video, I'm going to show a video tutorial by my friend Brecky Von Bitcoin, and he's going to explain to you guys exactly how, well, he's going to show you how to use the Lightning Network in conjunction with this game. I'm just going to play it for free because it's easier to show you on this big screen like this. But here we go. This is a randomly generated example Lightning Network invoice. If this was a real invoice, you would scan this QR code with your Lightning wallet to complete the microtransaction. So here we go. We are going to start the game now. Here we go. Okay. So I'm at the bottom and I got to try to find the Bitcoin. So you got to look up on the map and find out where the Bitcoins are. Hit spacebar to make a wall disappear. This guy's going to get me, I think. Okay, here we go. And as you go, it turns red, obviously, as you can see. Some of it turns red. I'm going, oh gosh. This is very nerve-wracking. Now, every time you hit a green, some red appears. Now, if you see the dirty fiat dollars are chasing me. Boom! There we go. Okay, now I gotta go up further. Earlier when I did this game, I did terrible, and I could not get to where I needed to go. But I'm actually doing pretty well this time. I may actually get all the Bitcoins, which is kind of my goal in life, right? Is to get all the Bitcoins. You guys can tell I'm a huge gamer, right? You guys can tell that. Because I'm crushing this game right now. Boom, look at that score. Now, I do get a 50% penalty because I'm not using the Lightning Network actually to play this game, which I could have done, but I really just want to show you guys how to play. I thought I wouldn't make it this far. Oh, that was close. Now, if you hit the red, you also die. Game over. What was my game over? I want to get that last Bitcoin. But anyways, guys, that was the EscapeQR game. So make sure that you guys check out this game. You can find it at EscapeQR.com. If you want to play with the Lightning Network, you can do that. I suggest doing it. I'm going to play the video tutorial from Bitcoin. I can never say his name right. From Brecky Von Bitcoin. I used to call him Crypto Breakfast. That used to be his name when he first started. Now he's a Bitcoin maximalist and whatnot. So he had to get rid of the crypto. But anyways, guys, check this game out. Check out Brecky Von Bitcoin. If you don't follow him on Twitter, he's a good follow. And he does a lot of cool art projects and things like that. So check out this tutorial. I'll talk to you later. BitBoy out.